Hey guys, Hopeful Repairman here, and welcome to another video of learning to repair one random video game at a time. I am not an expert, I am learning as I go, so maybe consider this not as a tutorial, but just a video and learning as we go. Alright, let's spin the wheel and see what game we will be working on today. Okay, DS. That's going to be interesting. I know I say this a lot on this channel, but I have never worked on this before. So hopefully we get a cheap and easy game to work on. Okay, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. Let's see what's wrong with it. Okay, let's go ahead and test it out and see what it does. Got the DSi XL. And, oh, okay. An error has occurred. Please, let me read this again. Okay, here we go. Come on. Gotta use 12% of my brain power here. Okay. An error has occurred. Press and hold the power button to turn off the Nintendo system. Please see the Nintendo DSi operations manual for help and troubleshooting. Okay. Interesting. So, that is an interesting little fault. Let's go ahead and just real quick verify. Grab a test game real quick and make sure that it is not the DSi. No, it is not the DSi. Okay. So there's for sure something wrong. Alright, well, let's see. The pins look actually pretty dirty. Almost looks like there's a little bit of some, like, gunk in there. Okay, well, so we have two options. DS cartridges are glued in place. We can take this apart and see if we can glue it back together later. That might be a good idea because I need the practice, because obviously if we need to solder something, I'm going to need to take the cases off and potentially glue them back together later on. So otherwise we could just take a toothbrush and kind of scrub the pins to see if that does the issue, which probably would be the safer issue, but hey, we are not here to play it safe, we're here to learn. Famous last words. Okay, so got a few tools we can utilize. I think this is going to be just like taking a screen off of the phone, and we have a plethora of little tools just for the occasion. Also have some pry tools in case things get a little hairy. Obviously the goal is to keep the case in good shape so that we know what we're doing later on, but let's just go ahead and there's a little bit of a gap here, I think. I know that people like using an X-Acto knife, but I don't know if that's what we should be doing. Let me try. I think we need to break the glue. Oh, no. And this is why we wanted to try it on a cheaper game. We're already messing the case up. All right, well, so this glue is pretty tough. I thought it was going to be a little bit easier than this. Ah, there we go. The unsettling of the game separating. And here we go. It's okay, the case, we can try to replace the case later. I've got some replacement cases, so anything we do to this, we will just be okay. All right, let's look at the damage. So yeah, there is no clips on here, so they are all glued down. It's too bad it would have been so easy for Nintendo to do that, though. They just needed a couple little pegs, and then they got the holes already. Oh, well. Well, let's look at the pins here. Yeah, definitely there is some wear to them. Okay, well, let's go ahead and clean the pins up. I like to use this Wyman Glass Stovetop Cleaner and Polish. And I think it does great. And it's not corrosive, and it's not abrasive, that really. Just put a little on the Q-tip here, and just apply it to the pins. And let's go ahead and get this view here. And we just go to rubbing this, scrubbing these pins. It's already coming up with a ton already, so let's go ahead and, we don't need this to go underneath that ROM. And that is already, you can tell, very gunky, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and grab a dry Q-tip. Get all the excess off, and now I like to use a little bit of 91% isopropyl alcohol, or propel IPA, rubbing alcohol. Just put a little bit on a Q-tip. And we just wipe these down a little bit. We don't need to leave anything on these pins. And take this much off, and that is pretty shiny. Now, I'm also curious if we just kind of take this game, put it back in, fits like there, and put this over top, can we put it back into the DS without too much issue? No, it's backwards. It's good thing I checked. All right, there we go. That's the right way. Okay, yeah, it's fitting a lot better now that the pins are exposed. All right, hopefully this does not get stuck in the DS. All right, and there it is. And now it's working. Okay, so it's just dirty pins. We probably could have just gotten away with brushing the pins off, but it was still good experience taking it apart. My man speaking in all caps. Okay, cool. All right, well, we got that working. Now we need to figure out the case, because we have destroyed the case. Well, let's just check this out. Is this... yeah, I don't know. It bothers me a little bit. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's just a little nick. I think we would have been better if we were using... I think this tool was the best one to use. We'll have to confirm that with other games, but I am really curious because I know that I'm going to have games where I'm going to need to replace the case. So let's try a label swap and see how that goes. Now, I do have several games to choose from. A few months ago, I got a huge lot on eBay of like 177 games, and I made a video about it. And in these games, there were some games like Wappy Dog, that is absolutely, useless games to me. They might have a little bit of value. I've been surprised. I've been selling some of these games I've been fixing and cleaning for like $10 a piece, and it adds up. But as far as I know, Wappy Dog doesn't have that much value, if any at all. I'll have to double confirm that, because I did sell a personal trainer walking DS game for $10. And after fees and shipping, I'm profiting about $4.30, so it all adds up. But if we can use this one, or this case, or any of these cases, presuming none of these have any value at all. And I'm pretty sure that they didn't have any really value. I'm kind of sticking with the $10 value, because if it goes down to like 9 or 8, 7, I mean, that's like $3 profit, so it doesn't make really much sense, but I would be happy with a $4 profit. Anyways, I am blathering on needlessly. Let's get on with the video. All right, I've just double checked, made sure Wappy Dog wasn't a $10 game, and it's about $7.99 game only. If it had the dog with it, it would be a different subject, but it doesn't. So we will go ahead and use this as tribute. Now, I'm just thinking, do we use heat now because we had so much issue? Are these slightly different color? Not really. Okay. Well, probably going to use heat. Let me check something out real quick. Let's go ahead and just sacrifice this game. Now, you might be asking yourself, wow, Repairman, why don't you just go at him? I don't know what I should call myself. Repairman, why? You might be asking yourself, why doesn't he just get a blah, 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 blah? And then you'd be like, what am I saying? Anyways, you're probably asking yourself, why don't I just grab a blow dryer, heat it up, and go from there? Which I probably should do, and I don't know why I'm being so stubborn. I guess the only excuse I can give is it is Texas, and introducing heat in the summer does not sound very pleasant. So maybe I should just get over it and give it a shot. Why not? Let's go get a hot hair dryer. All right, we've got the handy dandy blow dryer. Let's give it a shot. And let's look at this case really quickly. So I think the glue is going to be mostly towards the face, maybe. Well, we'll see. Might do that. All right, that was on hot and a low setting on the blow dryer. Looks like it absorbed a lot of the heat, so I might need to go a little longer, but let me try something first. So we do have a few more options as far as tools go. We have this, I think they call these spudgers. We've got also a opening pry tool for screens, for iPhones and phones. We also have the scalpel. I'm really curious about the scalpel, so we're gonna try that first and see if that gives us any different. And of course, you know, got to be really careful because if we pry up too much, it will give us conniptions. It might have snapped. I'm going to go with this. Is too thick. Maybe interesting. I don't want to make more marks. I'd rather these be in good condition when we try to sell them. That's good. All right. Yeah, let's get a little more. Maybe we need a little more heat. Yeah, just a little more. Let's do one more heat. Don't want to damage the case all of them bad. Maybe there's somewhere else that's easier to pry on. Yeah, that's just gonna mess things up. All right, do we want to reuse this case? I just leave a couple of nicks on there. Maybe, might have to do that. Let's just, I have an idea though. Well, let me think here. You know what, let me try something. We're gonna go desperation mode all of a sudden, and we're gonna try something silly, and it might not. This is a pad for heating up screens for phones. Maybe this, if we just pop it on there and see how far this goes down, perhaps that will be a good idea. 27? No. $10C? I don't know, let's try it. I don't think 10C is going to do it. I think that's wrong. Remember what I said earlier where I'm not a professional and this shouldn't be considered a tutorial? Please don't attempt this if you don't know what you're doing. Which I should probably tell myself, because I don't know what I'm doing either, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see if we can do this and get this done. Yeah, that should be plenty hot. Warm this little bad boy up. This little doodad up. We're setting it for I think 60 C, whatever that is. I don't know if you can set this to Fahrenheit or not. We'll go ahead and let it do its full 5 minutes. It's like a little bit warm. Let me check this side. Might have to go a little higher, I think. All right. We'll try that. It's just like not super hot to touch. Just a little warm. Might not be even hot enough. We'll see. The label might come off pretty easily if we want to try that. It is increasing the temperature of the room, I swear. I don't think that's getting hot enough. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. I'm sure people in the comments like, no, don't do it. You're probably right. But hey, maybe we'll experiment and say, hey, you guys can do this in your repairs. Or maybe we'll say, hey, don't do this. This is not a good idea. It's letting off some sort of smell. I can't determine what it is, but it's doing something. Yeah, I think about 70 C, maybe 80 C is where we need to be at. We'll let it go for the 2 minutes. Feel some warmth. Maybe for fun, we'll take the game and put it into the DS, make sure it's not messed up in any way. It really doesn't matter because we only need the case, not the board. Although I probably should keep the board for spare parts if I ever need it. All right, you guys, it is done baking. How does it feel? A little bit better on that side. Let's see if it'll open up now. You know what? I have a genius idea. If I could find it. There it is. Let me just see something. I got a really... Now, this might be ingenious or stupid. Never mind. Pretend that didn't happen. Alright, well, let's go back to the X-Acto knife. Play nice with others. Come on. It's just not... It's just like, I don't want to bend the case. Alright. If it doesn't work the first time, do it for longer and more intense heat, right? Alright, I'm having another epiphany here. Just sear it on each side. Does this look stupid to you guys? Because I'm like dying over here. This is so sad. I blame Nintendo. Why couldn't they just have made an easy clip-on case? We'll go ahead and let it heat up on this side first. And then see how it goes again. Get a little toasty. Oh, please don't consider these videos like I literally am trying my hardest here. Don't think I'm just trying to destroy these games. I really am trying to get this case open as easily and as efficiently as we can. All right, did the heat do enough? It's not like really super hot. It's a little warm. Come on. I know you want to open, so just do it. Come on now. Ah, you stupid little thing, you. All right, plan C. This is my secret weapon for stickers, usually. Not necessarily these game labels, I haven't tried it yet, but just a little bit dab of Dewis. Okay, and hopefully this doesn't do anything too crazy to the circuit board. Okay, did seep through to the label, so we'll see. We're gonna give this a quick 5-minute, get the chemicals working on the glue, and see how it goes. Okay, well, the lighter fluid did not work. However, I've done some research, and I guess a lot of people like to use this corner here, this rounded corner on the cartridge itself, and they just take a knife and put it into there. So we're gonna try that real quick. This doesn't look very safe. That's because it is. Okay. Ooh. Well, we'll see how the cartridge looks after this. Did I mention I don't know what I'm doing? Should I mention that again? All right. And now we've got a little bit of separation here. I'm wondering, I think you're supposed to be able to pull these out if you just work around the edges, leave the top alone. Let's try that real quick. I'm sure the cinematography is absolutely genius. Come on. Stop fighting me. All right, that was actually insanely easy on that end. Now, technically, I think we can just go. Come on now. Oh, okay, there we go. Yay. Now, if we just put this back, does that stay? I know this is stupid, but I'm just curious if this is gonna stay closed, or if we need to use glue if we leave the top off. That's actually not horrible. Let me check this. So, because I'm thinking in the future, can we just take the games out like this, leave this top area still sealed? Well, let's try that. Let's look at this game first. Did we do any damage at all? I don't see any damage at all. I think we're okay, so I don't think we damaged anything by sticking the scalpel in there, unless there's something that we're not seeing. Looks okay to me. So, okay, so we have our game now, and this is the Sonic game. And I just also want to point out that the lighter fluid did not stay on there. So I think the lighter fluid is a really good idea. So we're going to try that. I've done this countless times with Goodwill thrift store stickers before, and I've had no problems with it. And even if it does get the label wet, it usually dries up very quickly and has no problems. Generally, what I like to do is just grab a cotton round, and when I go to take my labels off, I just go ahead and sprinkle some of this on there and just put it on top. And we'll see if this does its job. We'll give it a couple minutes, maybe 5 maximum, and then we'll see how easy or how hard the label is to peel off. And then we can switch over to the Sonic label and see if we can get that one off easy. But this is good experience to make sure we know what we're doing for a more expensive game and go from there. We've given enough time, and it is saturated. We just let's go ahead and come really close, get you guys on real close on in there, and just we're gonna peel up a little bit here. And I don't think it's quite there yet, I don't think. And there we go. Now this is actually very sticky already. And we'll go ahead and just we'll go ahead and stick this sticker to the side of our case here. And we'll see how sticky it is in a moment. So we got our case here. Let's go ahead and grab that cotton round. Just add a little bit more lighter fluid to it. Just a little dab. And let's go ahead and clean this all up. When it starts getting the fluff sticking to it, there's probably a little glue on there. A little bit more. And might have to hit this up with a little paper towel and maybe a little bit of isopropyl alcohol after the fumes have dissipated, but we'll just use a dry, clean one. All right. Might want to brush that off with a brush or something. Let's grab a brush right here and cause more lint on there. Wait, I might have an idea. Coffee filter, lint-free, saves the day, I think. We'll get these cotton lint thingies out. All right. That's reasonable. That's still a little bit of a gunk up here. All right, now we have our blank cartridge. Let's grab our sticker that we want to keep. All right, we got our cotton round all wetted up, and go ahead and put it on there. This area in here probably isn't quite done, but that's okay. Just need to get under this label. Whoop. What is going on? This one is a little bit harder to do. Maybe we need a little bit more time with the lighter fluid. In all honesty, I probably should have taken some more time with the lighter fluid, but that's okay. And here is our replacement case. And let's see, this goes here, I think. This is going to be probably the worst part, at least for me. Getting this label to stick on evenly. What does it look like on these? Is there a little lip there? Yeah. Okay, so it's more even on the top. So let's go ahead and get the top even, I think. And there we go. Let's let that dry up and see how it looks in a second. Also, here's what the sticker looks like after a few minutes. Sure, it still has some good stickiness to it. So I think this lighter fluid trick is good. Because, I mean, there's some resistance. It probably would stay on there. All right. It's drying really nicely. I think it's going to completely dry. And if you put this here and this here and this here, put these all three in front of you and say, which game did we replace the label on? And I think you would be hard pressed to figure out which one we did. I think it looks fine. And the reason why I brought this game out was it actually has some broken struts here. We're going to call those struts. I don't think that's what the term is, but hey, that's what we're calling them. So what we can do is take The backing. Oh, dang. You know what? Just realized that. Is this going to be a little bit different? Probably doesn't matter, does it? Would you guys be pressed about that? This one was the original one for Sonic. I mean, if this was a really, really expensive game, maybe I would say that in the comments. But, so, I don't know if anybody would be bothered by that. I mean, I don't know if that's unique, this code here, if it's unique to the game or not, or if it's just a manufacturing stamp. I don't know, well, we'll just do this real quick. Now that I think we know what we're doing. We still have to put the board back in, which I'm not 100% sure which board is which now. I'm going to guess the one on the left is the Sonic one, so we'll put that on the side. I think this one's Flappy Bird. We'll have to check. Oh, good heavens. All right, so because we are waiting and experimenting, let's go ahead and just see if we can. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different. That was really easy. So getting that knife in that rounded corner right here seems to be the easiest way to do it. And then what we do is we just come out here with like a pick, and we just put this in. And this one's going to be different because we got to take the back off anyway. So we're just going to go ahead and de-shell it fully. And then we're going to have to see if we can glue this game without it breaking. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if I'm confident in my gluing ability. Maybe if we get some liquid super glue, put it on a toothpick, and just go around the edge. Ooh, hello. Huh. I tested this game out, and this game was working. I was going to sell this one on eBay. Wow. Okay, we're going to have to look at this one more. Dang. I was not expecting that. I was going to list this one on eBay. It's a $10 game again, but I tested it out and it was working fine, but this looks like some, I don't know, milk maybe? Let me see. Doesn't have a smell to it. Is that weird? And, well, how does this side look? This side's fine, I think. Pins could be cleaned up, so I'm glad we're doing this. Is that a hair? Ugh. Well, let's just clean up this back. I don't know, that's weird. Like I said, this game 100% works. I didn't even think to show it being tested because I knew it worked. And let's just go ahead and clean this up. And yeah, that looks fine. It's weird. I'm really glad we opened this one up. All right. And there we go. All right, well. So we got the known good working half, and then the other half from the other Sonic game, and now the board. And because, you know, again, $10 game, but let's take a little extra step for the new owner, potentially, and clean these pins up so hopefully no one ever has to in the future. I'm surprised. I really thought these DS games, opening them up was going to be really bad. Hopefully, yeah, that was a hair. That is disgusting. Well, it's time for Benny the Biohazard Bin. And thank you, Benny, for getting that out of there. And let's go ahead and do this a little bit more. Right back to where we were. And yeah, definitely got some cloudiness. But again, these, I don't know. These things are not like the Game Boy ones. A lot of people just want to clean the pins off on the back. I don't know if, again, this game was working fine, so this isn't really necessary, but it is nice to clean this. Because you never know. Maybe on transit or shipping it to the customer would have been the last nail in the coffin or something. All right. We have cleaned the pins and made a mess as well. And there we go. Now these pins are looking rather nice. Pretty good. All right, cool. Now we have to see about fixing the games. Let's go ahead and check out the Sonic game. And I really don't see any more discoloration from the lighter fluid, so that's good. Good. It's a little bit of a corner bent, but again, I don't think anybody's going to be that messed up about it because it's a $10 game. If they don't like it, I will definitely take pictures and put them in the description that, you know, whatever. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and, so we know this is this. We know, all right, let's keep these separate because we don't want to mix these two up. That would be really sad. So put this one off here, and this one will be like here. And then this is the bad case, and this is the good case. All right. I need to clean that up a little bit more. I'm actually, I know it's not like super intensive and troubleshooting, but I've been enjoying this because these DS games so far, they've been easy to open once I've learned and did some research. And it's going to be really fun working on these in the future. Hopefully. You know, they are a little bit different, not as easy to work on as maybe the Game Boy games. So they have the ROM chip, and I think this is an EEPROM, if I am not mistaken, which I probably am. Boop, doop, doop. Okay, so now if we put this game in here like this, now I think we should be okay. Now, thankfully, there is a lip here. So if we look up here, there is a lip. So any glue, if we are super careful, will not get onto the board. So that's good. So now here's the thing. I think this bottle is pretty good. This is the Dollar Tree brand super glue. It's I don't know who makes it. It's not necessarily Dollar Tree's brand, but it is legitimate super glue. Don't sleep on your glues or your tapes at the Dollar Tree. They're a really good glue and really good tape. So this stuff works really fast. So what I'm gonna do is have to prep, get a plate, maybe put a little dab of glue on the plate, and then take a Q-tip maybe. Because, I mean, this is gonna be, that applicator is gonna be a little bit too aggressive, I think. I mean, it could be fine. There's also a dip down, so anything that does flow, it should flow on here, but of course we don't want this to go onto the chips and flow under there. That would be bad. Still a little bit of cloudiness, so I'll clean that up before we continue, but let me go get the plate and we will be right on it. Okay, we've got the plate, we've got the glue, we've got the toothpicks, and now we've got the game, which I forgot to clean off. We'll clean that off real quick. Is it wrong to all of a sudden question whether or not should I have been wearing gloves this entire time? I don't know. C'est la vie. Builds character, I think. And that's reasonable, I think. It's not going to be perfect. That's okay. Now we've got our game, which is seated in there snug and nice. And now we've got our front and our back. I got notifications coming in from family members in my Monopoly Go forum. Sure, this looks like some sort of Tom Thumb thing, but we'll just deal with it. All right. A little dab of glue right on the plate, and we'll take our Q-tip. We want to be kind of fast with this. I don't know if this will work, if this will be enough. No, I don't think that's not going to be enough. Do we want to do the dab? Do we want to go a little bit crazy with it? What if we just did this instead? Whoopsie doodles. Okay. Don't need a lot, just enough. Okay. We'll see if that's enough. Okay, a little bit of glue leaked through. We're gonna have to clean that up with some alcohol. Okay, the phone overheated and screamed at me for having too much data, so I had to uninstall Genshin Impact, which was almost 30 gigabytes. So, oh well, I have it on my computer, but I used it just, in case I needed to log on real quick and get resin. So we got a little bit of glue on here, I think, unless I marred up this case. So we're taking these plastic blades and see if we can't just remove some of this. It's not really coming up very good. Guess I'll have to be more careful with the glue. Let's try some isopropyl alcohol. I don't know if that's doing anything. Might have to go with this one a little bit more intensive. Yeah. I'm just making it worse. All right, well, that's reasonable, I think, for... It's a little bit of gunk up here, but this stuff's not coming up for some reason. All right, well, it's all right. Okay, let's go ahead and change our gear and go ahead and get the one we were working on in the first place set up. I had an idea with this one. So we didn't pry open the top. So it should be, there we go. And now let me think. I have an idea. So if we take our board here and we want this to go in this way, need it to get fitted in there, and it is good and secure now. Now, what I want to try, instead of using a toothpick, what if we used a Q-tip? Would that make more sense? Got a tiny little dab. Get some of this, wick it up, and open this case a little bit more. Nope, it just absorbed it. Okay, well, just about good. Let's try that. Think that was okay. This super glue might not be the best option. If anybody has a better idea for glue for these things, I would be appreciative. We could try double-sided tape, but I think that would probably be a bad idea, just because the game could come loose easily. But we could try that in the future. Okay, and we didn't get any in there, did we? I do not believe we did. All right, we'll go ahead and let this dry out for a little bit. Let's go ahead and grab the other game. Let's grab our DS and grab our other game here, because we already got that all done over with for a while. Let's grab our DS and pop it in. Sonic Mario, that's good. I think this is the summer one. Or is this the winter one? Beijing. Uh-oh, wait a second. Okay, this one's Winter Olympics. Okay. I was doubting myself. I was having, I don't even know what that was, a senior moment? I don't know. I thought for sure I put the wrong board in. Okay, looks like it's working fine. I already restarted this game, so it's fresh for the customer on eBay, potentially. And it's good. And just because I'm like extra, it's not going to be like, even if we drop it from here, it's not going to explode open. So I think we had enough glue. And if we just pry a little bit, there's a little give, but it doesn't separate. So I think we are good. Now, I don't mean to disrespect these games or be a clown, but I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to go breaking off and exploding if it was shipped, or if it was, if somebody has it down the line and it just pops open. Don't want to have a return because of that. We're rough before we take the photos, and that there's no damage at all. So, have we given this enough time? Probably. I'll probably test these out again a few times before I put them on eBay too anyways, but let's go ahead and try it. We'll insert it once it's fully up. And there we go. Uh-oh. Well, I did it. Have I mentioned this past 10 minutes? I don't know what I'm doing. Darn it. You know what? I should have wrote down on the game. I should have just taken a mark and went just to show that it was it. Okay, well. Yeah, that was not optimal. Okay, well, let's see if the glue is easy to pry off. Maybe this is, what, apples into oranges or something. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Let's see. Does this super glue hold it down? Super hard now. Nope. And it just comes right off there. So that's good. These don't want to come out. I don't know if it's getting caught up on one of those retaining pins or what. There we go. Okay. Well, this one is Wappy Bird. And this one is the Sonic game. And let's put this one right back up in here. Okay. Ring notification in the background. Did you check your doorbell? Alright, why isn't this fitting in there all of a sudden? Come on. Why aren't... Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. I might have gotten rid of some more glue. Okay, is this on there right? There we go. That's better. Okay, second time's the charm. Make sure we're not messing these pins up or messing the front. A little bit of a black speck in there. There we go. Okay. It looks okay, I think. Maybe a little bit of a smear. Let me make sure I've gotten that all cleaned up. This glue dries so fast. Okay, and I think we're good. I think. I tend to overthink the condition on these things, but I think it's okay. We'll take a look at that with our eyes later and make sure. Let's give it some time to make sure the glue is 100% dry, and we'll go ahead and test it out. All right, I've given that a reasonable enough time, maybe. Yay, Sonic and Mario at the Winter Olympics. And there we go. The best. What? Oh, yeah, I forgot. No, I didn't want that. I wanted Yoshi. No, go back. I got confused by Metal Sonic. We don't need control guides. It's a DS. How hard could it be? I thought they gave him a board. It didn't look like he has a board at all. Well, this is kind of cool. I don't know what's happening. Something's happening. Is 154 kilometers accurate for luge? I am not familiar with it. 207? It looks like it's fine. Looks like it's playing great. Looks like it's just the dirty pins. Alright, I think we are good to go. Well, we replaced one game, repaired one game by cleaning the contacts, and fixed a case issue on the other one. And I think the stickers look fine. I think I did an okay job. I mean, again, there's some like little bit of issue like curling on this, but the label is perfectly set, so it's like not going to be coming up or floating away while people. So, all right, well, there you have it. No soldering in this video, but confidence with opening these DS games have gone up, so that's a good thing. And I guess that is all. I'll be listing these games eventually on eBay once I test them out 100% and actually get on and not procrastinate and list them. Probably $10 games each, so probably be $8 after fees and shipping, presuming they actually do sell. Thank you for watching. Thank you guys for 149 subscribers. I am thankful for every subscriber, every view, every comment, and every like. Thank you so much, and God bless.